9 o'clock, not offset 3 o'clock position, 9 o'clock position by Flash. A turret out in the field, so once again, Flash's dropship's going to get discovered. And honestly, I don't think he should care at this point. I think he should just push in, drop, and do some damage and not worry about it. He keeps wanting to hide this and push it back, but he's got 6 dropships worth of units. There's no way that Hwasin can defend all this territory. He's gathered up in the middle. You might as well just go and drop on him and kind of supplement the forces otherwise, because really the supply difference is what's going to really hurt him now. I mean, if you're going to have that supply difference and gas and mineral difference of all those dropships, you might as well start doing something. Right now, it looks like Hwasin going to push in the 6 o'clock position. Going to be able to, Flash being sent home here. Dropping those units. And see, this is where I feel like the mobility really comes in Flash's favor. I still think Flash is going to end up losing this fight, but because I think he's just outnumbered as far as units go. Those tanks probably, going to be able to clean up here, but going to be able to spot with those dropships among other things. And actually, it doesn't look like he's going to. Actually, it looks like Flash actually had more siege tanks than Hwasin. Hwasin had a kind of a supplementary force of Goliaths, but kind of a standoff at the 6 o'clock position. Hwasin, in the meantime, taking the upper left-hand corner expansion. Flash just content to guard and take that bottom right-hand corner expansion. But yeah, I just really feel like on a map, especially a map like Loki II, mobility can win in the end, so really those dropships are worth their weight in supply. And now a Terran science facility as well as a actually both players have Terran science facilities. One to up the upgrades, but also thinking back to Game 1, both are thinking about going setting up for battle cruisers at this point. Really, they're going to want one more expansion before they really delve into that, though. And Hwasin at the 12 o'clock position looks like he's going to get probably going to lose this. He's at a bad position at the bottom of that ramp. Going to be in the darkness unless he can get some sort of aerial spot there. Maybe he'll bring his engineering bay up. And again, with those dropships there, those 3 siege tanks really aren't going to last for long. We'll see if we're going to. We'll see if. I'd be surprised actually if Hwasin decided to start building dropship at this point, because really he's kind of dedicated to an all-out contained sort of thing across the entirety of the map with turrets and things like that. Looks like he is in fact though building a dropship. He's not in fact going battlecruisers yet. Going for the level 2 weapons upgrade probably at this point. And now, as you can see, going to lose that 12 o'clock position. He just that's the disadvantage of not having dropships out. You can't respond quickly with your forces on the ground. He's in position, but he's going to have to cancel this command center, which is he's going to lose a lot of build time on it, or he's going to lose 400 resources, and he needs to cancel it. Right there, canceling it finally. So Hwasin falling behind, or actually I should say dead even as far as expansions go, but it really does not have the mobile force that Flash does. Looks like though he just absolutely has just creamed a bunch of those Goliaths there. I'm surprised that Flash didn't just pose up and go for kind of a massive drop, a 2-pronged attack there. Looks like he's still probably going to be managed to break through. SCV's coming through in the meantime. But as you can see, Flash solidly taking that 12 o'clock position. Now Flash starting to load up, and I think he's going to be able to take that 12 o'clock position fairly solidly. Yeah, just absolutely loading those dropships up. Hwasin, in the meantime, has 2 dropships of his own. I don't know that it's going to be enough. And a single tank taking out one of the damage tanks in the meantime, but that quickly taken care of, and more Goliaths pushing up, just getting absolutely smeared as they do so. And as you can see, just 2 dropships worth of units. It's going to be... Hwasin's going to be extremely hard-pressed to defend that expansion in the upper left-hand corner at the 11 o'clock position, because you can see Flash already basically has a seal. Hwasin cannot continue on the ground, and Hwasin immediately, I think he's a little bit panicked here, realizes this. He's just going to try to ferry as many units as he can into the upper left-hand expansion, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. You're just going to see Flash just dump all over it, kind of at will at this point. Now starting to just produce a lot of dropships. It looks like he's got a couple SCVs just chilling there. We'll see. I would not be surprised if he just put those Goliaths directly into his expansion. I'm surprised Flash hasn't pushed out. Looks like he has level 2 weapons upgrade now. And I'm not sure basically what time that is comparatively. Let's see if we can get a spot on getting more supply depots down. We'll see if we can get a spot on the units. He's setting up. I guess he's just content to get the command center down. Hwasin now realizing that. Maybe he'll start thinking about putting an attack. It looks like he's going to come around for a southerly attack in the meantime. Flash, that is. So bringing these dropships to the south. Maybe going for that 6 o'clock expansion once again. As you can see, it looks like, wow, just mirrored on both sides of the map. Only a single Goliath to defend against this. 2 Goliaths, and yeah, getting tank bombed. Absolutely tank bombed. So brilliant by Flash. That was beautiful. Ravaged that, and again that command center just caught. Hwasin in the meantime taking the opportunity to kind of swing around and stop Flash. So tit for tat here, 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And but we'll see if Flash decides to load up. It looks like Flash has reinforcements right nearby, but is not choosing to take them. And that was really ballsy on Hwasin's part, because Hwasin doesn't have anything defending the upper left-hand corner, does not have anything defending that 11 o'clock expansion. Both players starting to get thin for resources at their main, but again have a lot of resources otherwise. And it looks like Flash just going to take the contained position and firmly take the 6 o'clock position. Hwasin does not have position at the 12 o'clock position. This is really just an amazing posturing game right here. Hwasin, in the meantime, starting to load up. Look, he needs to take some territory now, otherwise he's just going to end up getting outmanaged here in the end. Flash pushing some of those dropships across, realizing nothing doing, and is just going to do some comsetting, it looks like, on the ridge there. Yeah, just going to comset the ridge, try to take out whatever tanks he can, but it's just going to be one tank taking out another tank there. But yeah, we'll see what Hwasin can do. He does have, it looks like he's equalized the dropship advantage that Flash had earlier. I really feel like Flash could have capitalized there, but really didn't, going for more of a conservative play. Hwasin moving out with a decent sized force of his own now, and both players, Flash still has the advantage, because keep in mind he has that 6 o'clock expansion, and one expansion can make the difference in the game. He's starting to put up another factory. Comsat going down finally, that 11 o'clock expansion, and really Hwasin he's going to be way behind. Even if he can get that 12 o'clock expansion up, he's going to be to many degrees behind. We'll see if he tries to break that now. Going to be hard to break, as you can see Flash realizing that he has a lock there, starting to put up turrets, and this is going to be really hard for Flash to break. As you can see, tanks just absolutely getting ravaged. Looks like a dropship down. Didn't lose 2 dropships, fortunately. It looks like he is going to be able to take it, but at a heavy cost. Secondary drop going from Flash to set up again on that ramp corner. He's going to be able to take out a lot of those forces in the meantime. So kind of a brilliant maneuver by Flash, conceding the 12 o'clock position and then just bringing reinforcements to deny to deny that 12 o'clock expansion anyway, covering range. So just replacing one set of stationary units for the next. And now it looks like he just has an overwhelming force there, out-macroing Hwasin in that regard, and just going to push up. Yeah, going to absolutely dominate here, taking this, and just, so many siege tanks, so few siege tanks on the other side. The Goliath's just going to have to send running. And now Flash, if he really feels like it, he can push into that again. He can push into that 11 o'clock expansion if he really feels like it. One that would spread him a little thin, but I think he could inflict enough damage to do it. Yeah, going to send the Goliaths in now, and there's nothing that Hwasin can really do. Hwasin's going to be facing a lot of, he's going to lose some dropships there if he decides to push in. Looks like he's pulling off the SCVs to try to do his dirty work. But yeah, he's going to have a hard time, and honestly, Flash is just starting to pull ahead bit by bit, coming in with another huge drop, just going to load up the troops, and we'll see if he decides to dump them at 11 o'clock once again. And that cost an SCV is just, it's really hurting. It's just really hurting Hwasin. Hwasin, again, that 6 o'clock is still rotating. It's been at full production for a while now. Looks like that 3 o'clock expansion is entirely mined out, and that shows you how much Flash is ahead as far as economy. I mean, he had that open, and he'd been mining out of it a lot earlier. I'm going to assume that the main and the secondary are mined out for Hwasin, so Hwasin really only producing at that 11 o'clock expansion, and also that offset 9 o'clock, and that offset 9 o'clock looking very thin. He really needs to think about taking that 12 o'clock or somehow taking the 6 o'clock, and it's going to be really hard to do so. Especially because, yeah, Hwasin just squeezing him out like a boa constrictor around his prey at the moment. And really, wow. Not to say he's been in firm control this entire match, but definitely at an advantage this entire match. I mean, it definitely wasn't kind of the slot that we saw as far as comparative to the first game. And wow, Flash not missing a beat, still putting on the pressure. Really, he can kind of just play defensively at this point. And this is going to be, I think, the suicide attack from Hwasin. Hwasin going to the 6 o'clock position, and Flash just going to counter drop this. Was just waiting for that, was poised, just going to drop all over it with, oh my goodness, just squashed